It's so dumb to hear somebody compare gaano kapangit ang Angel's Burgers versus Todd English. That's the internet being the internet, loving to shit on things without understanding what they're shitting on. Hi, I'm Avid Liongoren. I'm a director and producer from Rocketsheep Studio.
Umaapoy siya.
Teka, paano niya nagawa na parang totoong apoy yung nasa costume niya?
It's so easy to shit on this because it doesn't look great. And a lot of people always compare this to Hollywood, stuff they see on Netflix, and will decry how shitty our local industry is and all that. If you're in the creative industry, you should know by now how very different working in the Philippines is versus working in Hollywood. The budget difference and the lead times are different. The comparison of Victor Magtanggol should not be to MCU. It should be to Valiente or Cadenang Cristal. You're not paying for a ticket. You're not paying for a subscription. It's for free and it's on daily 5 times a week, but that's at least 70 hours of stuff versus a Marvel film that is 90 minutes done in 2 years. My discrepancy. Now, if you're gonna ask, why can't we do it that way? The markets are different. A soap opera is not something you sit down and watch, you know. It's something that plays on TV while you're eating, while you're doing house chores, kakauwi mo pa lang, you're preparing dinner, that plays on TV. Here's another thing I hate, you know, like when people equate your taste in entertainment into intellect. Kung manggagawa ka and this is the stuff you like, what eases your day, the fuck are you to talk about what they should be watching? The VFX of Mulawin is done by Riot, the same folks that are doing Voltes 5 now. Even in the time-constrained nature of the teleserye, they've always been very good. That's another thing. A lot of people love to shit on teleserye thinking, you know, wedding videographers can do better. What they don't understand is, napakahirap gumawa ng teleserye. You're shooting 50 sequences in a day. When I do an ad, we could already consider it sobrang hirap if we're doing 20 frames. It's gonna be great for what they're able to pull off with the resources that they have, but people will always compare that it doesn't look real enough. So we will see how it will be deemed as sustainable or how it will be if it pays off. You know, Voltes 5 is not ILM level. And I'm not saying because we lack the skill, we just don't have the time and money to do it on that level.
You know what I presented was a sci-fi war epic, but I thought of a better story. About a girl who is literally the center of the universe.
First of all, aesthetics. Like, the reason it looks like that was we knew na hindi namin kaya talaga to do anything on the level of ILM. Let's do things lo-fi and, you know, let's make the most of what we can do with the resources that we have and not try to look like the high-end VFX of the films that we love. So we never had a big chunk of money. You know, we made some money, but we never made the money back enough to pay for the years that we spent on it. We made enough money so that we could work on the next film, which is Hayop.
Ano nga pala pangalan mo ulit?
Nympha.
Sa pangalan mo pa lang, Nympha. Katumbas yan ng nymph sa salitang Griego. Ang ibig sabihin niyan, espiritong babae na maganda sa mga forest at bundok.
This time, it took us less than 4 years to make Hayop, so that was cool. The first Pinoy animated feature na that they bought, and it was also the first animated film to compete in ANSI, which is kind of a big deal for us in the animation world. Anyway, with regards to the aesthetics of the film, yung conceit lang naman ng project is very simple joke of let's do a telenovela style story with animals. We start with storyboards. We record it first with a guide track. We do this thing called an animatic, so it's really just black and white drawings on top of a guide track. Then after you do your animatic, then that's when you work with your final voices. Then you animate on top of the final voices.
Talong!
Manon!
Upo!
Mani!
So for the choices, it was really just let's cast people who sound a lot like these characters already. Kasi ganun yung mga roles ni Angelica, yung mga very bouncy, pwedeng palaban, pwedeng malandi.
Sa ganda kong to, hindi ko deserve.
lot of post houses. One of them was Acid House. Yeah, yung ganun lang, just give it time. And they were able to pull this off kasi like I think this had 3 animation / post-prod houses working on it. And of course, advertising has way more budget than teleserye. They draw over it. You call that rotoscoping. We've had that since Take On Me from the 80s. You're able to do that by just, like mag-motion si yung tao to do this. And then they map that in 3D. Lahat naman ng techniques are all simple to explain, but it's hard to do when you're actually doing it. That's the internet for you. But it's easy to say something, but to actually do something is very, very hard.